Castleman, and I'm here today with Tori Seng and Teris Swanson, and they're attorneys with Whitlow, Roberts, Houston, and Strobe, and they're going to be answering your estate questions. You guys ready?
We're ready.
We're ready. All right, our first caller says, are there any rules as to who can be my executor?
There are, Robin. The state of Kentucky requires that you be at least the age of 18 to be an executor. Some common sense rules: you should probably pick someone that's reliable, responsible. They're going to be the ones that are managing large sums of money and various assets. So probably don't pick someone that you think might run off to Vegas or the Cayman Islands.
That's good advice right there. All right, so our next person says, my parents' will says that their property is to be divided equally among the kids, but one sibling won't move out of the house. What can we do?
Okay, so I'm going to make some assumptions based on your question that you're talking about real estate when you say property. If the will says that it is supposed to be sold and the proceeds divided among you, they really don't have an option. They need to get out of there. However, if there's some language that isn't so clear and it just says divided among you, sometimes that could mean they want you to share the house without selling it for whatever reason. So you may need to get a professional opinion to look at the exact language of that will. But if it is true that you're allowed to sell it, you may have to get a judge to sign an order forcing them to vacate. I know there's a lot of family dynamics going on there that can frustrate things, so it's best just to hire a lawyer to help handle those tough situations for you.
Gotcha. Okay, and the next question, and I'm sure a lot of us have this, is a handwritten will just as valid as a typed one?
Generally, yes. A handwritten will is just as valid as a typed one, provided that you follow the same execution requirements. The state of Kentucky makes sure that you have two witnesses, preferably someone who's unrelated to you and is not a beneficiary under the will, and then it is also a good idea to have that notarized, so you have that and it's self-proving as well.
And that just backs up that yes, you really did do it, and somebody didn't just scratch it out and say this is Mama's and she wants me and have offer stuff, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Well, this next question, and we're all in this world, our social media account. Can you leave what you want done with your social media account in your will?
That is a great question, and it's something that's coming up more and more often. Not only social media, but other digital assets too. We're finding people want to figure out what they want to do with those. You absolutely can leave in your will what you want to happen to your social media accounts. That being said, if your executor does not have, a username and password, they may not be able to get into them. And some of these social media companies are very protective of your privacy, and they may not be able to do what you want them to do if they don't have that information. Now, do not put that information directly into your will, because once you pass away, that will is then lodged in the county clerk's office, and then that is a public record. So you don't want that information in your will, but you can have what you want done to those accounts in your will. Make sure you're clear with your directions, and then lodge that password and username information in a separate document elsewhere.
Maybe where you have your banking and all of that stuff, that important stuff,
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good idea to slide that stuff in there.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got many more questions. Will you ladies stay with me while we go to break?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, you guys come right back after this.
Hank used to suffer from what felt like a cold and flu hangover in the morning. Now he